Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a wig color spotlight, actually, not a wig review. I'm here to show you the color Platin Blonde Shaded by Wille in the new MODIXX line. And I'm going to compare it to Bahama Base Shaded and talk a little bit about a few other blondes that are similar but not the same. So if you're curious about this super beautiful platinum color, then stick around and I'll show you everything I can about it. Alright everyone, this will be fun. I am so excited to be able to show you this color. I would like to thank our wig sister Bonnie for sending me this one so that I could do this review. She loaned her to me. She didn't even take her out of the box. She just sent her straight on to me after she got her because she saw my review of ONDA, which is what this style is, the name of it, in Bahama Base Shaded. So thank you so much, Bonnie. This is such a great opportunity. I appreciate it so much. And this wig will be going back to her shortly, so I've got to get this review filmed. So in this video, I'm going to show you this color. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see it inside and outside. I will do a couple of comparisons and try to give you guys the best sense I can of this color. So let's take a look at this color from all sides. Now keep in mind, this wig is a brand new wig. I haven't really even combed it out. I shook it out a little bit, but I have done nothing to it. So I think this one is a cute style that has a lot of potential, especially once you get a comb in there and start messing around with it, which I've been real hesitant to do because of the fact that it's not my wig. So let's talk about this color. Let me grab the tag for you guys so that I can show you the color code. Whoops, almost flew right out of my hand. So let's take a look at it. So we've got a color code of, I'm having trouble reading it backwards, 6024101. That's Platin Blonde Shaded. Now, I want to caution you guys about a couple of things with Wille. Number one, I know that they have a Platin Blonde Rooted out there. I have not seen that color and I don't know what the code is. I am making some assumptions that they're pretty similar because I have another review to do for you guys of one of these MODIXX wigs in the color Bernstein something or other. I can't remember the color, but it's the exact same color codes as light Bernstein Rooted. So sometimes what Wille will do is they'll rename some colors, and so they may be the same as other colors with just a slightly different name, but sometimes a wig can have the exact same color name and the numbers are different. So one of the blessings of Wille wigs is they do include the codes for us so that we can start to try to dissect what colors are in the blend, but they do mess around with the names and having them not match up often. So it can be a frustration. Just make yourself aware of it so that you can do the proper research before you purchase a color. So let's break down this color code. I wrote all of this stuff down for you so that we can talk about it really quickly. So Platin Blonde Shaded. The 60 is a silver white. I've seen it called a white. I've seen it called a silver white. 60 is basically a pure white. And so we've got 60 as the base. And then we've got a 24, which is kind of the highlight. And that's a light golden blonde. I will tell you guys on the piece that I have, I don't see a lot of that. I don't see a lot of highlight color running through or low light. It's very well blended, and hopefully as I get up close to the camera you can take a look at that. And then 1001 is a winter white or a white blonde. So those are the color codes that you see in this. Now this is a very platinum color. The rooting is a light golden brown. It is not a super dark rooting, even though next to the white like this with a bunch of bright lights it could look very dark. It does not look super dark. So let me take it off for you. And as I get it up closer to the camera, kind of finding that sweet spot, can you see that? It's not a super dark root. It is a light golden brown. And the rooting goes all throughout. But again, when you're in certain lighting, at certain angles, this is going to take on a little bit of a different tone because of this, because of the contrast. So if you're worried that the rooting is going to be super dark on this one, it really isn't that dark, but you can't do a whole lot with rooting and have it not look fairly dark when you've got such a bright color. And then, like I said, this is a very white color, very cool. There are some very subtle, like I can pick one out right there, very subtle light golden blonde highlights. So subtle, you might miss them. They're just not prominent. So this isn't a super dynamic color when you think about having a lot of different tones and highlights running through it on this piece. Someone else might get another piece and it will be totally different. That is why color is so hard. That is why when you have a wig with multiple color codes, that's a warning to you that discrepancies, inconsistencies may exist. So if you're struggling with your journey, wig journey, color journey, all of it, and you're struggling with color because you have such specific needs when it comes to color, maybe you're not super flexible on color, the more dynamic a piece is going to be with lots of color codes, the more you'll find discrepancy from wig to wig. Your safer bet is to try to go with a less dynamic piece that has maybe 1 or 2 colors in it. They're easier to find in the brunettes, not so easy to find those in blondes. But you know, it's placement of those highlights. Where did they put those highlights? How much of the highlight color did they actually use? That's all things that can vary, especially if you get a piece with hand-tied features, which this one has, with a hand-tied, with a monopart and a lace front. All right, let me compare this to Bahama Base Shaded. I'm not going to talk about this style, so if you want to know more about ONDA, then you can go find my review on YouTube. I'll link it in the description of this video so that you can go see more about the style itself. This is all about the color. This is Bahama Base Shaded. Look at how different it is. It is incredibly different. No comparison. When I was ordering this one, I actually got this one from Name Brand Wigs. I did a review for them on this one. When I placed my order, because they let me choose the color, there were very few colors in stock. It was right when it was coming out. And I really debated about whether I should get this one or this one. But I know I have a lot of brunettes who watch my channel, and I'm not getting as many brunettes lately. And so I was trying to get as close to a brunette as I could. And so this was the one I chose. Very different. This is warm. It is a blonde. It's not a brunette. And the color codes on this one are 16, 22, 14. So you've got none of the white blondes like you do on the one on my head at all. Let's break this down. I'm being a little clumsy here, you guys. Okay, Bahama Base Shaded. A 16 is a honey blonde, 22 is a champagne blonde, and a 14 is a medium ash blonde. The root is darker on this one, and it's warmer. So when I look at this rooting, it is definitely darker than this one. So they've gone lighter with this rooting because they have a lighter color, and that's very smart because you get a dark rooting on something like this and it looks incredibly unnatural. Let me throw this one on for you guys really quickly. Before I do that, I'm going to show you Shaded Biscuit. So this is Raquel Welch Shaded Biscuit. I know some of you may be tempted to think, oh, maybe that's closer to Shaded Biscuit. It's whiter than Shaded Biscuit by a lot. Now, Shaded Biscuit has some of these really light tones in it, but it has so many other darker tones. This one is definitely a white. So let me switch it up for you guys. But if you're looking for essentially a white blonde with some rooting, then this color might be a good one for you. If you love Shaded Biscuit and you don't want too much whiter than Shaded Biscuit, it's going to be a lot whiter than Shaded Biscuit. So here is the Bahama Base Shaded, just so you have an opportunity to see how they both look a little different on me. And I have a lot of self-tanner on, you guys, so I'm looking a little tan today. I've been playing around with it as the weather is getting nicer, so I don't know what that's doing to what the color looks like, but you can just see how much whiter this is than this one. So if you're a blonde and you love your super white, and you know, it's ashy, but it's not gray. So I think that's a significant difference between like a super ashy blonde that pulls a little gray and can look a little gray. This doesn't look gray to me. This is very white, very dynamic, very platinum, doesn't look gray to me. And I think I have, so one more comparison just because it's out. So this is Estetica's Icy Shadow. This is one of their smokehouse colors. It's got a whole lot going on. I just reviewed it. Icy Shadow. This is, so next to ONDA, next to Platin Blonde, this one looks a little less white than this Icy Shadow. And I'm assuming this color in the Icy Shadow is kind of the same as in maybe Chrome. So there is whiter, but this is really white compared to a lot of the blondes that you might have seen. You know, all of the Palm Springs blonde and all of those blondes. This one, I think, has pretty much all of them beat when it comes to how kind of white this is. Okay guys, hopefully that helped you and didn't confuse you. Let me know if you have questions. I won't have this one to compare once I send it back to Bonnie, but I'll do my best to remember what I saw when I did have it. Thanks for watching. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside, and then you'll have hopefully more information to help you make a decision. Thanks for watching. All right everyone, here we are outside with Platin Blonde Rooted. This is a gorgeous white platinum blonde with a root. This is the blondes. This is the color of blonde that really turns me on as a brunette. It is not yellow. It is gorgeous. White. It's not bleach blonde looking. It is classy, but fresh, kind of trendy. I mean, you've got that root, but it's a good root. It's not like, the contrast isn't so extreme or harsh. It just really, really makes this beautiful. You can see that it's just a bright, bright color. Let the wind pick up the fibers a little bit for you guys. One more time at the root. All right, there you guys go. Thanks for watching.